Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the hidden gems of knowledge, unveiling 20 intriguing facts that might just surprise you. We'll explore the world's smallest wars, the tallest peaks, the unexpected habits of sea creatures, and the mysteries of our own human behavior. These are facts that challenge our understanding, inspire our curiosity, and remind us that the world is full of wonder. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Did you know that the shortest war in history lasted only 38 minutes? It was between Britain and Zanzibar in 1896. Yes, you heard that right. A war that was shorter than most of our lunch breaks. This brief conflict erupted when Sultan Khalid bin Bargash refused to step down for a British-approved successor, leading to a swift bombardment of his palace by the Royal Navy. Moving on, let's debunk a common myth. Contrary to popular belief, lightning does indeed strike the same place more than once. In fact, the Empire State Building in New York City is a prime example, being hit by lightning approximately 23 times each year. This phenomenon can be explained by the fact that lightning follows the path of least resistance to the ground, and tall, isolated structures provide an ideal target. Now, if I were to ask you about the world's largest desert, you might quickly respond with the Sahara. However, the correct answer is actually Antarctica. Despite its icy landscape, it's classified as a desert due to its extremely low annual precipitation. Staying on the topic of unexpected facts, let's dive into the ocean. There's a species of jellyfish, known as Turritopsis dohrnii, or the immortal jellyfish, that has a remarkable ability. After reaching adulthood, it can revert back to its juvenile form, effectively making it capable of living indefinitely under the right conditions. And for our fifth fact, let's switch gears to the world of corporate espionage. Back in 2006, a Coca-Cola employee found herself in hot water for trying to sell Coca-Cola secrets to its rival Pepsi. This audacious attempt at betrayal was thwarted when Pepsi reported the incident to Coca-Cola and the FBI. And that's just the beginning. Let's move on to the next set of facts. Mount Everest, the tallest mountain above sea level, is also the tallest from base to peak if measured from the ocean floor. That's right. Contrary to popular belief, Mauna Kea in Hawaii is not the tallest when measured from base to peak. Everest still holds the crown if you start counting from its base on the ocean floor. Moving on, here's a fact about our everyday life that might surprise you. The average person walks the equivalent of 3 times around the world in a lifetime. Yes, you heard it right. All those steps to the kitchen, the office, the grocery store, they all add up, making us all world travelers in our own right. Our next fact takes us to Paris, the city of love. The Eiffel Tower, one of the most iconic structures in the world, can be 15 centimeters taller during the summer due to thermal expansion. This phenomenon occurs when the iron structure absorbs heat, causing the metal to expand and the tower to increase in height. Now let's debunk a popular myth. The Great Wall of China, despite its grandeur and historical significance, is not visible from space without aid. Despite often being quoted as one of the few man-made structures visible from space, this is, in fact, a myth. You'd need some serious telescopic assistance to spot the Great Wall from the final frontier. And for our 10th fact, let's dive into the fascinating world of marine life. Octopuses, these intelligent and elusive creatures, have 3 hearts and blue blood. 2 of their hearts pump blood to the gills, while the third pumps it to the rest of the body. And their blood is blue because it's copper-based, unlike our iron-based red blood. Interesting, isn't it? Let's keep going. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Isn't that just the perfect word to describe the vibrant pink crowd that these birds form? It's as if even nature acknowledges their dazzling display. Moving on to our next fact, did you know that bees can recognize human faces? That's right. These tiny insects have brains the size of a sesame seed, yet they possess an incredible ability to remember and recognize patterns, including human faces. So the next time you see a bee buzzing around, remember, it might just recognize you. Switching gears a little, let's go courtside. But not just any court, the highest court in the land. And no, we're not talking about the Supreme Court of the United States, but rather the basketball court located above it. Officially, it's a gym, but it's lovingly referred to as the highest court in the land. Quite the play on words, don't you think? Now let's talk about snowflakes. We all know they come in various shapes and sizes, but did you ever wonder how big they can get? The answer lies in Fort Keogh, Montana. In 1887, the largest snowflake ever recorded fell here, measuring an astounding 38 centimeters in diameter. Imagine a snowfall with snowflakes that size. And finally, for our 15th fact, let's dive into the ocean and swim with the sea otters. These adorable creatures have a heartwarming habit. They hold hands while sleeping to prevent drifting apart from each other. It's a survival strategy that's as practical as it is endearing. These facts are quite intriguing, aren't they? But we're not done yet. Stay tuned as we continue to unveil more unknowns and dive deeper into the vast ocean of knowledge. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. Quite surprising, isn't it? Bananas are classified as berries because they develop from a flower with a single ovary and have a middle layer, known as the mesocarp, that is fleshy. As for strawberries, despite their name, they are not true berries. They originate from a flower with more than one ovary, making them an aggregate fruit. Moving on to fact 17, the shortest war in history lasted only 38 minutes. This brief clash occurred between Britain and Zanzibar on August 27, 1896. Zanzibar surrendered after their palace was set ablaze by a bombardment from British warships. Now let's turn the clock back to the Middle Ages. The 100 Years' War between England and France is quite a misnomer, as it actually lasted 116 years, from 1337 to 1453. This intermittent conflict was marked by several periods of peace before it finally ended. For our 19th fact, let's delve into the realm of invention. The electric chair, a device associated with execution, was ironically invented by a dentist. Dr. Alfred Southwick saw an opportunity to make capital punishment more humane and proposed electrocution as a method in the late 1800s. Lastly, let's catch up with a bit of trivia from the culinary world. The 57 on Heinz ketchup bottles doesn't represent the number of product varieties as commonly believed. Instead, it stands for the number of varieties of pickles the company once had. It's a testament to the company's rich history and diverse product line. And there you have it, our final set of facts. But before we go, let's do a quick recap. We've journeyed from the botanical world of berries to the historical pages of the shortest and longest wars, the inventor-dentist, and ended up at the table with the story behind the Heinz's 57. Quite an enlightening journey, wouldn't you agree? As we wrap up, remember, the world is brimming with intriguing facts waiting to be discovered. So until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep uncovering the unknown. We've journeyed through some truly fascinating facts today. We've discovered that the shortest war in history lasted a mere 38 minutes, and that lightning does indeed strike the same place more than once, with the Empire State Building getting hit about 23 times per year. We've learned that the world's largest desert is actually Antarctica, not the Sahara, and that a species of jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, can revert back to its juvenile form after reaching adulthood, earning it the nickname immortal jellyfish. From the corporate espionage involving Coca-Cola and Pepsi, to the surprising fact that Mount Everest is the tallest mountain from base to peak, if measured from the ocean floor, we've delved into a variety of intriguing topics. We've learned that the average person walks the equivalent of 3 times around the world in a lifetime, and that the Eiffel Tower can be 15 centimeters taller in the summer due to thermal expansion. We've debunked the myth that the Great Wall of China is visible from space without aid, and shared the peculiar fact that octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. We've also learned that a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance, and that bees can recognize human faces. We've even uncovered the fact that the 57 on Heinz ketchup bottles represents the number of varieties of pickles the company once had. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. Until next time, stay curious,